Hi Anand. Thought today we will talk about this recent article which came
Mm.
about the breakup of HSBC being called by the Chinese insurer. HSBC has always had a solid past and it's gone through its ups and downs. And this recent one seems to be quite a shake-up.
See, this is shareholder activism. There is a insurance company called Ping An.
Correct.
It is a Chinese insurance company. It's a listed company owned by the Chinese government.
Correct.
In 2007, when this company was in serious trouble, the Hong
Correct.
Kong and Shanghai
A
Bank,
bank.
HSBC,
Correct.
invested a lot of money in this.
In the insurance company.
Yes. And they made a handsome profit and exited in 2012.
Correct.
Now, Hong Kong Bank, there's HSBC, is a unique bank. It's a colonial bank.
Yes.
It's
With a
based in London.
long history. Yes.
It's based in London, but makes two-thirds of its profits in Asia,
Correct.
primarily in Hong Kong and mainland China. Not so much everywhere. Mainly, it's a bank targeting Hong Kong and mainland China,
Far East.
Far East. So, this bank has been in trouble, and ever since 2017, Ping An, in which HSBC
They had
had
invested
invested,
in. Yeah.
they had started buying up
They done. Ping
real
An has been buying HSBC shares. Yes.
shares, and now has suddenly become the largest shareholder of HSBC.
Correct.
Now, while Ping An's fortunes turned and went very well, the problem for HSBC multiplied. There have been lot of fines and punishments
Because they've
in
had some.
US.
Correct.
Primarily, this is because of the tensions between Beijing and Washington.
Washington, yes. They got hammered in the middle.
See, they are now right in the middle. It's a British bank and is in
Full business operations in.
two-thirds of its profits are coming from Asia.
Correct.
Now,
Which is
what?
majority is China.
Yeah. So, what Ping An is saying is, you split this bank into two.
Correct.
One which looks at the rest of the world, and one which looks primarily at Asia. That is an oxymoron for
China.
euphemism for China. So he says, let's have two banks, one a Chinese bank and one bank for the rest of the world.
This way you kind of pull the poison out.
And basically what they are saying is the Chinese will have an Asian bank which is independently owned,
Correct.
and the West will have its own banking group with one-third of the profits, primarily satisfying Washington.
Correct.
In this way, both Washington
And the Chinese
is are happy.
Correct.
This is the idea of Ping An.
Hmm.
Now, HSBC is resisting it because it does not want to split into two, because the West will become a very shadow of itself.
Correct.
Will be a small and a weak bank which cannot survive and which will be gobbled up.
Yes, it will be prone for takeover.
Yeah, so basically, HSBC will become a Hong Kong based bank, which is what Ping An wants, because you have a Chinese bank which is doing well and which is very friendly to the Chinese Communist Party.
Correct.
So this is what they want.
They want to remove
Yeah.
the thorn on their side, which is the Western
thing. And they say we don't have to listen to US. So there is a guy called Trucker who runs Hong Kong Bank. And Trucker is now licensing with the Pyongyang senior management and trying to then get them on board, where you don't have to split the company into two, which will handle, which will keep one side of the world in one and China, basically the China business in the other. They don't want this to happen. So they are working overtime to make sure this will not happen.
Okay.
Mm.
So taking this into account,
Mm.
so do you think, what's your opinion on this? Do you think this is a viable option for HSBC?
See,
Because
there are many
in India
banks.
also we have seen it, where these banks have been consolidated over a period of time.
No,
Then
this is not
it was nationalized.
No, the Indian story is different. Here, basically, they are telling the West, thank you very much.
It's a roundabout way of nationalizing the bank. Man.
No. Okay, you can call it nationalizing the bank. But what they are now saying is, you will have an independent bank with external ownership, which exclusively focuses on China.
Correct, but all these Chinese companies are just an extension of the Chinese government.
Exactly.
Though they say there's a private company and it's publicly traded, it's an extension
So
of the
they basically want to say, we will keep our profits here.
Correct.
The bank will follow our guidance.
Correct.
Like basically what happened
There's no need to send the profits to
UK. And the same thing happened to Tencent and Alibaba will happen here, because then HSBC will have to do everything and anything the Communist Party wants it to do. And the company itself will shift from
Based from
London
headquartered from London
to Hong Kong. So it will become an Asian bank, basically a Chinese bank with Chinese rules, with the Chinese management. This is
so it'll
what
become like a gateway bank to enter into China for any
exactly.
Western company which wants to do
Yes.
business in China.
So
will
which
have
is
to-
now using HSBC, will use HSBC China, and that will be the bank that gives you the entry point.
Correct.
And basically, the other bank will die. Some big company will acquire that bank. But basically, this is what the news is, that the Chinese are saying, thank you very much. We want to own a bank. The Western banks have no holdings.
Okay. So what do you think the reaction from the Western countries will be on this?
It is very clear, no, they don't want to sell because the shareholders of the Western bank are not interested only in the Western bank. Most of their profits are coming from Asia. So who will agree to say that we will give up 2/3 of the ownership and
So if Trucker is not able to convince Ping Yan about this, so there's roll out into a long legal.
It's a long legal thing because the English registrar will listen to this case. It's not like the Chinese government can get in and pull it off.
Throw them out.
Because all it can do is close the license of them to operate in China. But you cannot tell the London regulator that thou shalt make sure that the Chinese become a main shareholder. So there is already negotiations happening behind the scenes between the top honchos of HSBC and the
But eventually
Chinese
the Chinese government will get its way.
No, in this case, it will be very difficult. It would get its way by banning this company out. But already City has exited and a lot of people are exiting China. So China also has a problem of aging populations, slowing consumption. So it's not all milk and roses, but you have to just wait and see what happens at the end of the day.
Okay. Anyway, this is something to wait and watch and see what happens to HSBC. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, Vinod. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will be not notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.